Hello again, I am Jim Bob, and welcome back to F1 Manager 24 Creator Team Career here on the PS5. It's round 18 of our final season, Season 6, and tonight we are heading to the Strip for the Las Vegas Grand Prix. And the question is, can Kimi bounce back after his second big crash and retirement of the season? He did lose a little bit of ground in the championship, but still a healthy-ish lead over Oscar, as you can see. 49 points is the gap. We have got a pretty healthy gap in the constructors as well, because Mini has been stepping up recently. Last time that Kimi retired, he got the win. Last night, wasn't quite able to get the podium, finishing fourth in the end. But last time, he was starting normally. This time, he had to start from the back of the grid, from 22nd, because both of our drivers were getting engine penalties out of the way in preparation for this Grand Prix. So, if we can get a good qualifying run in, both of our drivers could be right at the front with brand new powertrains for tonight, and that will hopefully give us that 1-2 result that would be one step closer to putting this Constructors' Championship out of doubt. It would also really help Mini close up on Charles in the constructors, in the drivers' championship, because he's 15 points behind at the moment in that hunt for third place. He hasn't got the overall pace to try and challenge Oscar for seconds. It's too big a points gap. Something catastrophic would have to go wrong with Oscar's season for us to stand any chance of closing the gap up and taking a 1-2 in the driver's standings. But if I can get Mini into third place, that will be a fantastic result. And we did briefly, pop up into third a while back, but in fourth right now with a 6-point gap over Teo Pourchaire, who once again has been pretty rapid, but has been let down with car issues, which has stopped him scoring quite as many points as he probably should have been scoring this season. And Leclerc, whose season has been very up and down. He's had moments where he's been mighty. He's had moments where he's been anonymous. He won last night, which is why that gap is 15 points. But we'll see what we can do. I'd like to think that we can overhaul him. We've already got ourselves pretty much prepped for tonight's race. The drivers are nice and happy, as always. The cars are set with older powertrain parts ready for practice, as you can see on car 1 and car 2. And we do have some new parts to put in, but we may yet have to take another engine penalty for Kimi at some point. We're down to just one working gearbox, effectively. And there's still a lot of racing to go. If we take a look at the calendar, we've got Vegas tonight, then we've got Suzuka, Barcelona, Baku, Zandvoort, which is a sprint weekend, Yas Marina, which is also a sprint weekend, and then Budapest. So that's a lot of mileage to put on one gearbox, which after today may have to be used in practice sessions as well. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how that works. But yeah, we may end up having to get another gearbox for Kimi. We'll try and hold off on that as long as we possibly can. Try and win the title first before we have to take that penalty. But if push comes to shove and we do need to buy it, then we'll just have to spend the $1 million, take the hit. It should only be a 5-place grid drop because we've already taken a gearbox penalty in the previous race, but we'll see. How you doing, Dino? Good to see you. Hello to everyone else lurking in the chat as well. Let's set some targets for tonight, shall we? So 5th or above for Kimi and 18th or above for Mini. Let's head to Vegas.
Welcome to the Silver State of Nevada for the Las Vegas Grand Prix. The track here is a high-speed street circuit that takes in the lights and the sights of this spectacular Sin City. Drivers will take on over a mile of the Las Vegas Strip, racing flat out past all the glamour and glitz it has to offer.
It's Ferrari who are currently ahead in the constructors' standings. And with round 22 underway, there are only a handful of points left to claim in this season.
And with that, I think it's time to get started.
All right. Weather's going to be very cool on race day. So running a one-stop on softs to mediums might not be viable because we might not be able to keep any temperature in the tyres. So that might necessitate either going the medium hard route, maybe a soft hard route, or maybe going for a two-stop. Historically, two-stop is quite a tricky strategy to pull off around this circuit without some kind of outside interference like a VSC or a safety car, or even a red flag to close the field back up again. It all depends on the DRS trains, I suppose. So we'll play that one by ear. Vegas is normally 16 laps if you want to do 2 runs in the first session. We're going to try and minimize our running as much as we can. We want to get our track knowledge up, but we don't want to overdo it. So we'll go with 24 laps and hope that that is all we need for one run. There we go. Let's get some setups on the car because we've already sorted the parts out. We're going to go very low downforce. Very low downforce indeed. I'm going to go with a 1 on the front. We're going to go with a 10.5. I'm looking at that. I'm thinking maybe we go with a 10. We'll start with a 10.5. We'll go with a 1.9. It's almost always a 1.9 on this circuit. Could possibly go to a 2.8, but 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a 1.9 on this circuit. We're going to go low on the camber, and I'm just going to push the toe up a little bit. And we'll run that on that car, and we will go with a potentially even more extreme setup on this one. So let's take a look. Let's try the 10 on this one, and I'm going to drop the front wing all the way down to a 0, and that's too much. So let's keep the front wing at 0. Let's push that back up to a 10.5. Once again, we'll go with a 1.9. I'm going to leave the camber where it is, and I'm going to push this up a little bit to there. And let's see how we get on with that, shall we? Evening, Farah.
Green light now.
And that is Piastri, I think, heading out straight away. Nope, it's Joe. I'm going to put quite a bit of space between my two drivers
Radio loud and clear.
because there's no need for them to run the whole session. So I want to make sure that, you know, they don't trip over each other. I don't know which of them's going to be quicker, given that they're both running knackered engines. I imagine Mini should be a little bit quicker than Kimi, but we shall see. You just watched the precinct vid. It is a lot of fun. I've done 5 parts so far. There is definitely scope for it to become a little repetitive if you're just doing procedural crimes, but we haven't really touched on a lot of the storyline stuff yet, or some of the other stuff yet. So there's some undercover racing stuff that we haven't even looked at yet. There are some other little bits that I haven't done. I think if you just do a lot of just the procedurally generated crimes, that could potentially get a little repetitive. There's certainly scope for that, but so far I'm 5 parts in and I'm absolutely loving it. Absolutely loving it, and I can't wait to sit down and record some more in the next day or two. Highly recommend you check out the series if you haven't done already. There will be a new video going live every day. So part 2 tomorrow at 6, part 3 day after, always going to be at 6 p.m. UK time. So yeah, check those out. And then in the next day or two, I'm going to be sitting down and starting to record our ATS series as well. Need to do some test PC recording first before I commit to starting that series. Evening, Adrian. Let's speed our drivers up a bit. Oh, there you go, yeah. Mini is a second and a half quicker. So there's a lot of damage to the powertrain that we're running in Kimi's car at the moment.
The cold side, try to put a bit more temperature.
In fact, it's, yeah, 1.3 seconds on that lap. Channel's had a little bit of a facelift as well. There's still more to do, but I've gone through and deleted some of my old videos that didn't want on the channel anymore. Still got a bit more to go through and trim. I've reworked the homepage to update how the playlists are laid out as well. And I will be going through each bit of content with a fine-tooth comb over the next days and weeks to figure out what stays, what goes, make sure that the playlists are all in the right order, make sure that the videos within those playlists are in the right order, that kind of thing. Make sure they're all tagged properly. It's going to be a long process because it's 2,000 videos to go through, but I'll get there. 92 and 90 are our starting setups. That's not too bad.
Front on the cold side.
Plenty of rookies running again. We've got Callum Voisin in for Haas. Who else is running? Patricia Diaz is in for Aston again. Patricia Giraud and Caitlin Papani both in for McLaren today. Clifford Brutzos back in for Williams again. Hiromi Enju in for Red Bull. There we go. That is the rookie rundown. And even though this is the final series, or the final season for this series, we will just be taking a look at the start of Season 7 just to see who goes where, if there are any big shocks and surprises, if Lando gets himself back on the grid. But that's as far as we'll go. And then we'll be moving on to the PC version and starting from scratch. And what I'm probably going to do is actually do a part 0 rather than starting at just part 1, and actually go through on a live stream, building everything up, showing you what values I'm going to be changing, how I'm going to be applying certain bits and bobs, and let's see if that works. Just as almost like a behind the scenes kind of thing. I don't know. I might shift that over onto something else. But I'm probably going to do something, whether it's a recording or not. Drivers should be coming in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Mini's actually overtaken Kimi. That's how much of a difference there was. He was quite a way behind, and he ended up a decent way ahead. So the only thing that we know is right at the moment is the cornering value. Everything else is slightly off. So let's just increase the front wing a little bit. We only need to find 8%. So we don't need to find too much. Let's bring this down. Let's push that up a touch as well. That gives me a very small bit of movement on the front wing, the rear wing, and the traction and the stability. We'll try that, see if that works. We need to find a little bit more on this one. We need to find 10%, and we've got a much clearer picture. We know that the braking stability is way out. That's our toe. So let's drop the front wing down to a 0. We'll push that back up, and then we'll pull this to there. That might be a little bit too much. Let me look at that. See how that works. Yeah, one thing I've noticed with the Precinct is just how twitchy the steering is. And I don't know if the fact that I've been playing a lot of American Truck Simulator really recently with the steering very finely tuned on that, going to a game that is a lot more arcadey in the way it handles has exacerbated that feeling of it being overly twitchy. I do think it would benefit from being slightly less responsive, because I'm really not moving the stick that much at all.
It looks as though there's been an incident for Lance Stroll
when I turn the cars.
Now this one involves Stroll.
Stroll doing Stroll things.
There's a lot that could be done to avoid crashing into the barrier.
Is he up and running again? Yes, he is. He's got some pretty hefty damage to his car. And once again, that Vegas bug of no audio. Is that affecting our cars? No, they're in the pits. Can't tell. Are there any cars that have audio? Piastri does. Enzo doesn't. Hajar doesn't. Nor does Iwasa. Nor does Ocon. Wow. Pretty much the entire grid has no audio. Okay, yeah, that it's that weird sound bug that we get every time we come to Vegas. Hope it only affects practice and we're fine for quali in the race. Right, 39% prep plus the setup to come on top as well. And that's going to be somewhere around about 45% that gets added on top. So not too far off. I'm going to go with 20 laps on the mediums. And we are going to actually make sure we keep an extra set of mediums this time around, so that we are covered off with a safety car. If we do go with our usual kind of one-stop strategy, then we'll only need the one set of softs. If we do go to 2 stops, we'll need a second set, but they won't need to be brand new. As long as they haven't done more than one run, that should be fine.
Copy. Try to cool the engine if you can.
Yeah, copy.
Alright, we've got audio on both of our cars. It's weird, Farah. I don't know what causes it. It's always this circuit. It always seems to be a bit random as to which cars have no audio. But normally it's us. Normally we don't have audio, but this time we do, and most of the AI cars don't. We'll see. If it continues. See, we don't have it here now. It's such a weird thing. I don't know why this circuit is so screwy when it comes to sound. So weird. It was never a problem. Well, I don't think it was a problem on 23. Seems to be something that specifically affects the PS. Well, it definitely affects the PS5. I haven't got to Vegas on the PS4, so I'm assuming it's going to be the same there, but you never know. And I haven't made it to Vegas on the PC yet, so I don't know if it's an issue there either. Oscar's got some issues. That's gearbox. We've got an optimal rating. That's encouraging. 97. It's just short. That might be the front wing then. We've got onboard audio. But no external audio. Very weird. We're only at great for Kimi, but we did find 3%. So a little bit more to find there. Evening, Harvey. Do I play PS5? This is the PS5. It says PS5 in the title. Everything on this channel that's been done so far is on the PlayStation. The PC stuff will start in a week or so.
You can stop at the stop position.
All right, Mini is in. We need to find 3% to get him up to 100. And we need to find 5% for Kimi. It is the front wing. So let's push that up to 1. Let's bring that back down. I'll leave the toe alone, because we can always make that as a single change at the end of the next session. In comes Kimi. All right, so we started Kimi on a 0. We've got the rear wing right, but the front wing's still off. Let's go with that. Let's bring that down a bit. Let's move that down a bit. That's not changed the traction, though. Don't want to move the front wing anymore. That's too much of a change, I think. Let's go. That might be too much, but let's go with that. Let's see if that works. So we're done for this session. Day 2 and third practice up next. And while we're waiting for this session to finish, let's take a quick advert break. I don't know how many, if any, of you got an advert there. It didn't pop one on my screen. We'll be popping another one at the end of practice 3 before we go on to qualifying. See if one pops up there. Right, just 4% prep needed to get to 100, assuming we max out the setups. If we don't, we'll need a little bit more. Changes are made. We are going to go with some soft tyres this time out because I want to keep an extra set of mediums in case we do get a safety car out of the ideal window. We'll go with 20 laps of fuel. We'll also take a quick check of the state of the parts in Kimi's car. Down to 9% on the engine, 14 on the gearbox and the RS. We're okay over here.
Green, green, green.
And congratulations on your setup trophy, Farah. I gave you the thumbs up on the image, if you didn't spot that.
Work on tires.
Okay,
Gobble, gobble.
Synchronize 7th and 8th gear. Synchronize 7th.
That's never not going to be funny.
Copy.
How well are you doing, Harvey? Are you winning races, championships, or are you struggling? And what difficulty are you on? Oh, we made Mini's car worse. Ooh, 96. And we got to 99 on Antonelli. So
How was the balance now?
We are very close.
Yeah, understood.
But I think I know how to fix Mini. We're going to keep them out a little bit longer just to get them up to like 52, 53% on track knowledge. And then we can make the change. And if we don't quite get it right, shouldn't be a problem. But if we do get it right, bonus. Evening, Mike. So that's 52%, 53. And they're coming in. Okay, so Antonelli is going to be at 100. Mini will be a little below that, 99 maybe. Oh no, he's at 100. Awesome. So yeah, we broke the rear wing, but we nailed everything else. So can I correct the issue? That's not going to work. Let's try that then. I think. Let me revert back to our 100%, well, 97%. Now, we went that way and that didn't work. So let's go that way then. Yeah. That should theoretically return a 100% setup. Not sure it will, but in theory it should. And then for Kimi, just need one click of toe, and there's only one way that can go, which is that way. So that should be a 100% setup as well now. Where did you struggle on in Mexico and Brazil? Oh, in the USA. USA, do you mean COTA? Because that could be Miami, could be Vegas, could be COTA, could be all three. COTA I usually do quite well at. Mexico I usually do very well at. Brazil is one of those races that can be very tricky. Just because the AI always seems to have really strong pace there. But COTA I usually do pretty well. Silverstone is another one that can be a little tricky because it's very difficult to make the two-stop work if, you know, the cars that you're fighting against on the one-stop are very quick. Tyre wear is not that high at Silverstone, so it's usually better to just protect the tyres a little bit and try and do the one-stop. But it's hard to recharge the battery on that circuit. Because you lose so much if you slip out of the slipstream. All right, there we go. We are prepped and ready for qualifying. Let's have another advert break and then we'll get straight into it.
There's tension in the air today, so it must be time for qualifying.
Qualifying is when F1's most glamorous street circuit really comes into its own, with cars on full throttle down a huge section of the Las Vegas Strip. Getting tyres into the optimal temperature range will be crucial to setting a good time here.
There's Red Bull's driver there, getting ready for today's session.
It's not
What have
Red
you made
Bull.
of them recently,
God damn it.
There's a huge gulf in quality between them and their teammate right now. There's no way that they're not feeling the pressure of that.
Good point, Karun. Let's get on with qualifying.
Right, we need to change out a lot of engine parts here. But this is what we took all those penalties for in the last race. Gonna need probably a new ERS. Kimi, maybe, towards the end of the season. Oh dear. Yeah, 2 big wrecks, and both for the world champion as well. Mini hasn't really done much wrong at all this season. Oh, I didn't confirm that, did I? There we go. ERS 77 should be okay. It'll be a little tight, but should be all right, I think. Let's go with that gearbox. There we go. And we are ready. So we want to do just one run if we can. Let's see how we get on. That's where our starting values are for confidence at the moment, because they have unknown setups. Assuming that the setups are right, those bars will jump up their default much higher, hopefully into high confidence. Hopefully even higher than that.
Okay, green light.
Big roar from the crowd as somebody hit the track. Logan Sargent, maybe? Maybe. There goes one of the Cadillacs. I was hoping to go out behind Joe, but never mind. Apparently they're cheering Joe as well. Oh no, wait, Sonoda's binged it. He's dinged his car up already. Turn 5 on his outlap, that'll be why the crowd started cheering.
Yeah.
Mini is behind, that's good. Again, no exterior audio. We do have interior audio. Seeing how nauseous I can make my viewers. Is that car behind coming up quickly? It is.
Watch your mirrors.
All right, so Mini, do not fight.
temperature is good.
Straight out, track is clear. Charge off and push.
All good on tires at the moment. Gap for the car ahead is okay. And more push when you're ready. More push.
Right, if we hit traffic, both of our drivers are going to get screwed over. So Stoffel currently on pole, or provisional pole. Piastri in second place. Piastri's still got that damaged gearbox. If that gets any worse before we start the race, that means he's going to be starting from the pits. Lawson goes top now. We're about as close as we can possibly be. Porsche is top now with a 133.2. Mini's going to go quicker than Antonelli, but how quick is Antonelli going to go? $132.9 for Mini, 133.1. No, 130.
It was a mega lap.
133.0 for Antonelli. That's enough to get us through, or it should be. Unless the rest of the grid suddenly pulls out some monster slipstreams of their own.
Try to push during the in-lap.
Yeah, copy.
Here comes Max. Is this to start or finish the lap? To finish, and he goes 9th. Second and a half away. There's Leclerc. Hadjar and is that Fittipaldi behind? No, that's Lawson behind. Lawson's on an in-lap. Hadjar, though, is going to get potentially a nice slipstream here. Let's see if he gets held up where if Lawson actually pulls out the way. Yeah, he does. He pulls out of the way, and now he's in the perfect position to get a nice, good slipstream here, because he's not too close like Mini was, where he's not going to have much space to move forward. This is the Formula E version of the Mercedes. The milk float. Do we have an audio with Leclerc? Yes, we do. So let's do that instead.
I'm in the pit.
So follow pit lane, speed limiter obviously. And stop on the marks.
Don't think there's going to be any traffic issues here for Leclerc at the end of the lap. And you can see Isaac is getting that mighty slipstream look. Is he even going to try and overtake? Oh, God, Leclerc getting compromised really badly in the final turn. He's got the power to out-accelerate Hadjar, because Hadjar's out of that toe. Leclerc goes up to 9th. Hadjar goes up to 4th. He was 6/10 quicker because of that slipstream. And Max in trouble. Where is Joe? Here's Joe at the end of the strip. Pushing for the line. I'm assuming this is to finish the lap. It is, and Joe goes 4th. So we are through. We don't need to run again, but we do need to check the setups. Did we get them right? Yes, we did. And yes, we did. Fantastic. Yeah, not everybody hates Hamilton, Farrow. Porsche's gone quicker than we did, but it doesn't matter, we're through. And Piastri's out! Piastri is out! And his gearbox, I don't think, went orange. No, it didn't. So he's going to be starting from the back of the grid, effectively, with a crappy gearbox. This could be a very rough race for Piastri indeed. Fantastic.
Okay, green.
A few cars going out, or quite a few cars going out early. Evening, Wayne. And Iwas is going to try and get a tow from the back of us here. Well, yellow flag. Iwasa. So much for getting the slipstream.
Yellow there.
Copy.
Now, there's been an incident involving the Sauber. So this is what happened. Right, we're down at turn 5. The car makes contact.
And that's exactly
How will
what
this affect
Tsunoda
their
did.
chances heading towards the Grand Prix, I wonder.
Well, it's just blown his chances of getting a mighty slipstream off the back of the Ferraris. That's for sure. He's a long way off them now. We've got a Mercedes leaving the pits. That's Logan. Half the grid's out already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's only 6 cars yet to come out. 5 cars as Fuji makes his way out. Don't want anyone else coming out until we go through now. Yep, there's another one. That's Ocon.
Tires are all good.
No more, please.
Okay, track is clear. Okay, let's go.
Oh, great. Here comes Albon.
Tires okay. Track is clear. And more push when you're ready.
Are we close enough to get the slipstream? I think we might just be close enough. Let's see how they do in the splits. Here comes Albon in the way. Looks like we might pass him in an opportune moment, actually. It is a long first sector. 43.4, 43.6, down by a couple of tenths. Ocon stays out of the way. 27.8, 28.2, that's 4 tenths. So we're now 6-ish tenths difference between the two. Lawson top again. We weren't quite close enough for the slipstream this time round. 21.4, so that's a 132.8 and a 133.8. Wow, he's a full second off. Okay. Mini might need to go again. Try and get him out a little bit closer this time. Porsche's coming through on a quick lap. This is going to break my spacing. I think it has. Let's see if we can close them up a little bit. Evening, Bill.
Mode charge, mode charge.
Okay, copy.
Overtake available.
Copy.
Now we're slightly too close.
More charge, more charge.
Copy, copy.
Overtake available.
Yep, copy that, copy.
There we go. Now we're a good distance away. Hopefully Lawson will not be a problem here. We're not looking to improve with Antonelli, we're looking to improve with Mini. And he only finds 3 tenths. That's disappointing.
Try to cool down a bit more on your tires.
Is that going to be enough? I really don't want to break out another set of tyres. I'm going to take the gamble that it's enough. Leclerc goes top. Max on an out lap. Ocon's on a flying lap. Is this the start? I think this is the finish. Oh, he's got ahead of Mini. Damn it. Still Behrman, Albon, and Staniek trying to improve. Albon goes above Mini. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. You've got to assume Max is going to improve. Don't tell me Staniek's going to be the one that knocks me out first. Don't do it, son. Don't do it. Don't do it. Good lad. I can count on you. All right, here comes Hajar. Hajar doesn't do it. It's all down to Verstappen. Come on, Max. Screw it up. Screw it up. Please screw it up. Ah, damn it. Mini is out. That sucks. Oh, god damn. All right. Let's see what we can do with Kimi in the final session. We've got a new set of tyres to play with. Let's get a scrub lap in.
Green light now.
I just put it in the wall. Jesus, what is it with cars putting it in the wall on their outlap at turn 5?
Sergeant off. Watch for debris.
That's the third car to do that in qualifying. Yuki did it in Q1. Iwasa did it in Q2. Sargent's done it here in Q3. At least it wasn't Kimi. So this is just going to be, well, it's not really going to be a particularly competitive time, given the tyres are at 67%, but it will get us some improved confidence. Just a little jink past the Sauber there of Fuji. Oh, we get blocked. We get blocked by Albon. No, by Ocon, sorry. Thank you so much. Luckily, it's scrubs. We're the first to cross the line as well, so we go purple in every sector, which means we do get into peak confidence off one run, which is always the goal when we run scrubs like that. That's why I'm always the first out, because it means that we're guaranteed to set purple sectors, which gets our driver into peak almost immediately. Now we have to wait. So the one saving grace is that Oscar is out, went out in Q1. But both Red Bulls looking aggressive, and I went too early. I got spooked by that Red Bull coming in. I thought that was a car pulling out behind me. Ah, well, there we go. We're going to get a slipstream off the back of Albon.
Focus on tyres and brakes.
I heard the engine noise, and I thought, oh, that's a Cadillac coming out. Nope, it was a Red Bull coming in. Track position is perfect. We are the perfect distance away to get a slipstream without being so close that we close up too quickly and have nowhere to go. What was my first ever F1 game? Back on PlayStation 1. F1 94 or 96, something like that. It would have been 94, would have been 96, I think. First F1 game I played was Microprose F1, but I didn't actually have a PC or a copy of the game of my own. I used to play it around a friend's house. And that's like official F1 games that I'm talking as well. My first ever racing game, really, you could argue might be F1, would be Super Sprint on the Spectrum. Although it's a very tenuous link to F1. Right, we don't have traffic to worry about, at least not for a while. Yeah, I'm a vintage gamer. Purple in the first. We're too close now. We've got the pace to outdrag him. It's just whether or not we can get through uncompromised. Ah, we lifted. Back into the slipstream. Can we outbrake him? Yes, we can. Dragging to the line. We are purple in the middle as well. It might be a little let down in the final sector. It was the final sector that ruined it. But we got ahead of Max. Having said that, Red Bulls are on another lap.
This is the lap. This is the lap.
Copy. Copy that.
Just 1/100th of a second between Max and Kimi. And Max is trying to respond. And he goes top. He takes pole position. Can Leclerc take it back? We've been relegated to row 3, but we are ahead of Zhou. Leclerc improves his time slightly, maybe. I'm not sure, actually, if he did or not, but he stays second. Did he actually improve? No, he didn't. He was slightly slower. A couple of hundredths slower. 18,000 slower, I think. So, it is an all Red Bull front row. Porsche pops up into 3rd place. We're down into 4th place. I don't think Behrman's on an in-lap. He's not going to improve. Albon is on an in-lap. Sargent is damaged. He's not going to improve. He's on an in-lap as well. That's it. That is your top 10 order then for the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Red Bull locking out the front row. It's Max on pole from Charles Leclerc. Then Porsche, Antonelli, Joe Behrman, Fujii, Ocon, Albon, and Sargent.
The city of Las Vegas is abuzz with excitement, and the drivers now ready themselves for 50 laps under the lights.
Las Vegas is a super fast street circuit, and the long straight along the dazzling strip could be a tempting and yet challenging place to try and overtake.
Formula One's highest speed street circuit promises incredible action up and down the Las Vegas Strip. Racing at night means track temperatures will be lower, so data from Free Practice 2 could be crucial to managing both qualifying and the Grand Prix. The time has almost come for our drivers to fight it out wheel to wheel. Race day has arrived.
Okay, let's take a look at strategy options then, shall we? We have 2 sets of soft tyres for Kimi and 2 sets of mediums. We have 3 sets of soft tyres for Gabby. But I think the one stop is going to be the way to go. Yeah, I was waiting for the buzzing hornets to pop up. Let me have a look. Can we make that work? It's slightly quicker. Can't make that work, I don't think, with Mini, though. No, I can't. So, we either go for the 1 stop on that, or we look at a 2 stop. Let's take a look at the 2 stops. It is quicker, but that's not accounting for slipstreams, the DRS. That has the potential to be quicker. Even though it's only a one stop, it does have the potential to be a little bit quicker. There is one other option we could look at, and that is if we were to do something like this, perhaps. And that is quicker still. It's a more aggressive start there, which will get us an undercut. Can't really pull that off. Choices. Do I go for the one stop? Do I go for the two stop? I think I'm going to go for the one stop. I know it's showing us 12 seconds slower, but we can always adapt and change on the fly. So let's put in an alternate version of this where we go soft, in case the opportunity presents itself. There we go. So, fuel-wise, I'm going to put an extra lap of fuel in for Gabby and push him at the start. I'm not going to make any other changes. And we are just about ready. The Las Vegas Grand Prix is next.
Well, it's great to have you with us, folks, as we settle in for the weekend's Grand Prix action. A chance to see just what Charles Leclerc can achieve here.
They're in second place on the grid, but that could so easily change in the first few seconds after lights out.
And it'll be exciting to see just what will happen here today. We're all ready to go in Las Vegas. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Let's see how we do off the line. Joe's got alongside us, but we have the inside. And now Joe's going to have the inside, but we've got a slipstream off the back of Leclerc, so a chance here to stretch away a little bit, which we've done. Joe has to pull in behind us to block Fujii. And Pourchaire has got in amongst the Red Bulls. He's starting on soft tyres. So is Max. Leclerc starting on hards. So that's interesting. 3 of the top 4 on softs. Leclerc breaking that strategy choice there. Mini on the mediums is down into 14th. He's lost a couple of places. Oscar also on mediums. He's down in 19th place. And let's see who makes the early break. No more scheduled adverts now until the end of the Grand Prix. So the next hour and a half or so should be completely uninterrupted unless we get a long safety car, in which case we may sneak one in. Leclerc's already starting to drop off the back. It's partly down to the fact he's on hard tyres and partly because he hasn't started pushing just yet. Why is it showing minus figures? Send me a screenshot and I'll have a look. So I'm content to just sit here behind Leclerc at the moment because Leclerc is going to start pushing and that will close back up to the front drivers, but he's not so much quicker that he's going to just leave us for dead. I want to try and see if we can get Mini going forward a little bit. He is surrounded by soft tyres, which is going to make it a little tricky. There is a risk he gets dropped if we're not careful. So let's turn his battery on now.
Yeah.
And they see Leclerc is struggling to stay with them. We are perfectly positioned here to get the DRS. We're going to turn the battery back off again.
More charge. More charge.
No point pushing and trying to overtake at this stage. Let the others burn their battery out because it's the only way we're going to be able to get past them. But I am going to need to get past Leclerc pretty quickly here. So we'll try and do that in this DRS zone coming up. And Mini has been dropped out of the corner, so we need to push him again.
Yeah, copy.
Oh, Leclerc's developed an issue.
But there! Oh dear, that's not what they need right now.
All right, we get through.
Yes, let's go.
Now we need to push through and catch up with Pourchaire and Max. We'll leave Leclerc standing here. We're down to 15th place. Save the battery until we get to the strip.
More charge.
Copy.
Oh, Enzo's already closed that gap up. Stoffels trying to close us up. He's in 16th. Just out of range at the moment. Leclerc managed to stay in our slipstream. That's annoying.
No lift-off needed from our side.
I think those who started on the softs are probably going to two-stop. I might be wrong in that, but that's my initial assessment.
Overtake available.
Yeah, copy.
And Mini
Here's
does
the
get
replay.
through.
the straight here. There's the opening.
And that's DRS and slipstream there, powering us through.
And the Ferrari
Not DRS, sorry,
moves up.
ERS. And we are almost back in range of the front two now. Zhou has moved up into fourth place. He's on softs as well. And we're right there with the front two now.
Charge on.
Yeah.
No way through at the moment.
Use overtake.
Copy.
Save a little bit of tyre.
Try to slow down a bit.
Copy, copy.
Charge on.
Copy.
We need to manage front left.
Copy.
All right, so we've got a slipstream here. Ah, no, he pulled back in and now we're out of the slipstream. But having said that, so is Albon. And we can squeeze up the inside. We don't have to tow. Let's go to a low overtake situation so that we're less likely to pull out of the slipstream. So my confidence levels at very high and very high. Good.
I am trying.
Keep focus. Don't overtake.
Copy.
Oh, and I've been dropped already.
Margin to reduce the management. Overtake
Damn it.
available.
Okay, copy.
Back down to 15th for Mini.
Focus on our
It's going to be
race.
a painful race. I wonder if I am going to have to switch his strategy. Let's go for it. Let's make that switch.
If you can push a bit more.
And recharge on.
Oh, Zhou's on mediums, not softs. Well, he's caught us back up. He's brought Fuji and Leclerc along with him. So it's a 6-car bunch at the front at the moment. There we go. We get through this time. Got a slipstream from Albon. We can get a good launch. Might be able to get him here. He pulls out of the slipstream, but he's getting a partial slipstream from the Alpine. We're all over the back of Isaac. And we shut him down up the inside. Lovely stuff. We're into second place. Antonelli got through past Porsche. See how we did that. Up the inside at turn 1. Very nice indeed.
Yes, let's go.
You sent me that screenshot, Farah.
Yeah, copy.
At the moment they are doing well.
Right, Hajar is 2 seconds behind Lawson, so we need to slow our acceleration out of here. Can't pass him too early because otherwise we'll just get retaken on the DRS zone, which has been moved. There we go. Now it turns on. Now we can get through and we'll burn what's left of the battery to try and break away or close up to Lawson. And that is peak confidence now for Mini.
You are doing a very good job there. At the moment, P11.
We're out of battery. Hajar dives up the inside. We'll let him go through. We'll go into harvest. That's the detection point. So we'll get the DRS.
Okay.
There we go.
Albon behind. Mode charge.
Oh, I thought we'd got Max for a second then. We hadn't.
It's just a lot of us.
Oscar's up to 16th place. There he is. There is Oscar. We are losing ground now, fighting here with Hajar.
Mode charge. Try to go down as much as possible. You can have some lift off.
I don't have enough battery to break away from him yet, so we're going to have to try and sit behind him for another lap if we can. Kimi moves into the lead.
Overtake button. You're doing a very good job.
Let's see if we can break away a little bit. Or at least break up some of this train. Leclerc has been dropped. Let's see if we can keep him dropped by stretching the pace at the front. Oh, we got through, which I didn't want to do. Hopefully we will lose the place again in turn one. Don't think we will. No. All right, so the gap to Leclerc has stretched and Sargent has got ahead of him briefly, but it's now 2.5 seconds to the back of Zhou and co. So we have now dropped Charles from this group. What is the issue that he had? Because Crofty never told us. It's gearbox. Mini loses 2 places. I can see that coming.
Through turn 5. It's certainly inviting.
Oh, it's going to be the... Oh, no, it is going to be... it's going to be Hajar that gets through. Let's see if George can push the pace. Is that George or is that Albon? It's Albon. What number is Albon running? 81. So once again, his number has been changed because he has left the grid and come back to it. And I think I might have broken Max. Just. Won't count for much. He'll catch us up pretty quickly.
Charge on.
You can see we're just sitting in the slipstream, not trying for an unnecessary overtake with the low overtake option. Means we won't pull out of the slipstream too early like Piastri just did and then lose a huge amount of momentum. We'll wait till we've got a clear-cut opportunity before we try and make that overtake. It'll help us keep our battery charge going, because we won't suddenly get left behind. In theory. Doesn't always work that way, but usually does. We are actually leaving Max behind. The other 3 cars have caught him. Porsche, Fuji and Zhou.
Update on tire status when you can.
And they're having a little bit of a battle. A little bit of a squabble. That's slowing them down. giving me a chance. Spurs beating United. Good, good, good. Oh, we've got a yellow flag. That's Staniak in the wall.
Okay, okay.
Now, is that the Williams involved? So let's follow the action going into turn 12. Oh, that'll be a costly crash as the car makes contact with the wall. That will have knocked their confidence, I'm sure.
It's knocked his front wing as well. Good chunk of it just fell off. But no VSC. Does mean, because it happened on the strip, no DRS. Max still keeping Porsche behind him. And as soon as I say that, Porsche goes through, but they're over 2 seconds behind now. So Antonelli is just slowly pulling away. And he's got tyres in much healthier condition as well. This to me suggests, as I said earlier, that those on the softs that started on the softs are going for a two-stop. Well, things like this happen. Let's not forget, was it Middlesbrough won the League Cup and the FA Cup and then got relegated in the same season? Back when they had Fabrizio Ravanelli. All right, we're going to try and punch through.
No lift off.
Copy, copy.
Use overtake.
Yeah, copy, copy.
There we go, around the outside. Oh, look at them concertinaing into the corner behind us.
You're doing a good job.
And now we're going to go hell for leather and try and break away from this group and go straight after Liam Lawson. Antonelli, meanwhile, is continuing to stretch his lead. 2.6 seconds now. This could be a really, really comfy victory for Antonelli. It all depends on the pace of the rest of the cars when they come in
Behind you, Albon.
and put those fresh tyres on. Because we're going to be out a lot longer than they are. When was that, by the way, with Middlesbrough? Was that 94? No, it can't be 94. Maybe it was only the League Cup that they won, not the FA Cup. I forget. All right, one to Lawson.
No charger, no charger. Need the maximum level of lift off.
I'll have to Google this now. Oh, it was 2004 when they did it,
Best. Behind you have
and it was just the League Cup.
Gap to Albon 3.7 at the moment.
I didn't realise it was 2004. Thought it was earlier than that. Yeah, it's back when they had, as I say, had Ravanelli and Janino. He was a hell of a player, little Janino.
Use overtake. No lift off.
All right, we're through Lawson. Gasly is up next. Pit window opens up very soon. The gap to Porsche and Verstappen is up to 4 seconds now.
Doing a good job there.
Max is going to be boxing very soon. Porsche is going to stay out a little bit longer.
1.5 from you.
Well, that's not a new thing, Farah, the winner going into the Champions League draw. That's something that's been around for a few seasons now, I think. But yeah, I mean, it's not really a Champions League anyway, when you think about it. You know, the old school European Cup was the winners. Champions League very quickly started diluting that. Oh, up the inside of Gasly. Max is into the pits. And we're immediately going to go on the attack against Behrman here as well.
No overtake now.
In comes Verstappen. Gasly's into the pits as well, so we got the overtake on him just in time. Very quick stop for Max there. That does scream to stop. Stopping lap 14 for a set of medium tyres.
So you are doing well there. At the moment in front of you there is a Sargent.
Yeah, unfortunately money speaks volumes in football.
Okay, more charge.
And the purity of the competition goes away if you can make extra money by sticking extra teams in there that maybe don't deserve it. And I recognise the irony of that, in that, you know, Liverpool have got in the Champions League a lot, considering how little we've won the league since it became the Champions League. But
Tires update.
all right, Joe's in now.
Sargent is pitting now.
And so is Logan Sargent. He's going for an undercut on Leclerc. Mediums to softs for Joe. We've got a 5.5 second gap. Our tyres are still in really good shape as well. He comes out right behind Piastri, and more importantly for him, right in front of Max Verstappen. New fastest lap is set by Isaac Hadjar, 139.1. Here's Mini in 6. We got a yellow flag. It's Lawson's out. It's a VSC, and that changes everything. It's perfect for Mini. And now I have to respond. And do I go onto a two-stop? And I think the answer has to be yes. Question is, how aggressive do I go? And it looks like that is the way to go. Get the pit stops in. Soft tyres all the way now for Mini. A set of very aggressive mediums for Kimi. And let's see what the hell happened to Lawson.
We need to do lift off.
Copy.
Virtual safety car. Follow the reference, stay.
Right, we're taking the second corner. And unable to do anything about that crash.
Wow.
That won't do the car any good.
The car
at
just
all.
snapped into the wall. There was no contact with another driver. He just lost
like
it.
That, the hopes of the team start to dwindle.
Tony? Who is this Tony you speak of?
Confirm.
Don't you mean Grapezilla?
At the moment, we are P6. Albon behind.
This is really going to hurt Max and Joe, who've already stopped. There's Anton Kiminelli taking over again. .9, not bad. Leclerc will go through into the lead, but we will come out in second on brand new tyres. Good stop for Mini, 2 seconds. Could be a little quicker. He's going to come out behind Max and Joe and Stoffel. Albon boxes. Can we get out in front of Gasly? Yes, we can. Just. So, that's 10th place for Mini.
A small lift off to the tires.
Second place for Kimi on a change of strategy. We switched him to the two-stop.
You are P10.
See, if Leclerc had a set of hards, he would probably have gone onto those, but he can't because he's already using them. So he's going to have to stay out there and then go to a set of mediums, I think. Same with Behrman. Through GE's box, his one and only stop potentially.
Copy.
Max and Joe will have to stop again. Pourchaire's probably going to have to stop again.
Virtual safety car ending.
Copy.
Push flat out as much as you can.
Copy.
And we are racing again. We are green.
Copy.
Let's see what the times
DRS
between the
enabled.
drivers shake out to once we've gone through a couple of timing gates.
Overtake available.
Gasly is going to get DRS here, unfortunately. And he jumps us.
I don't know. I cannot believe this.
Okay, do your best there.
So Behrman boxes
Sergeant behind.
as soon as the the VSC ends, as does Esteban Ocon, who comes out right behind him. Oh no, hasn't boxed yet. It's mediums for Ocon. It's mediums for Behrman. They're probably both going to have to stop again then. I think it's a long way to go. Antonelli's just 2 seconds behind Leclerc, catching at a very quick rate. We're getting our tyres warmed up in the dirty air of Gasly's McLaren here.
Tires are on target.
And there we go, they're in the window. We're now just a second behind. We might get the DRS here. We will get the DRS. There we go. Let's not waste any time in getting past Charles and breaking away.
Copy.
Through he goes. And off he goes.
Yes, let's go.
And that's Fuji. It's another safety car, surely. Oh, big crash. Or is it? Well, Joe is out. Fuji is out by the look of it. Or is he? No, it's just his wing's gone. Yeah, his front wing's terminal. So no safety car, but he will immediately dive into the pits. Let's see what happened here. Porsche goes up the inside. And Fuji looks like he just turned in too soon. Did Porsche hit the barrier on the way out that corner as well? He might have done. It looks like he's missing his end plate on the right-hand side of his front wing there. He's got damage showing to the car. Yes, he is missing the end plate, look. So that's Porsche's race damaged and ruined as well. We get through on Stoffel.
Overtake available.
Yeah, copy.
Fuji has retired. So some pretty substantial damage to the car, not just the wing. Structural damage as well. So 2 retirements in short order there. Antonelli's now 2.5 seconds clear and on a flyer. And Mini is making good progress as well.
Mode charge. Mode charge.
And with the Leclerc with those gearbox issues, Porsche with a damaged wing until at least until the next pit stop, if not for the rest of the race. It means Joe and Max become the biggest threats. And they're a way off.
Overtake available.
Maybe Mini could sneak a podium here.
Fastest lap.
Copy.
Kimi gets the fastest lap. The gap's now 5.5 seconds.
You are
We'll
doing a good
save the
job.
battery.
in front is Verstappen.
Let's try and break away from Gasly if we can. It's going to be tricky. He's got DRS here. And let's see if we can close up on Zhou and Pourchaire and Verstappen. Gasly has a look. Gets the move done, and that's Sargent in the wall. My God, it's all kicking off today.
Now we should be able to take a look here. Now just keep your eyes on
Oh God, that's
Gasly
right
here.
behind us as well. Oh no, wait, this is the overtake.
There.
Oh, I thought it. Yeah, Sargent
We've got a yellow flag
in the wall
here.
at turn 5.
Let's have a look at that.
Just outbraked himself in that 4-way drag. Oh, he really outbraked himself. Huge lockup.
I don't know what happened, man.
He's got going again, but that's his race done.
Sargent crashed. Watch for debris.
Antonelli's now 7.5 seconds clear. He is steamrollering away. And 3rd through 5th are closing in on the back of Charles Leclerc. We are losing time in this fight with Gasly.
Overtake available.
We're going to have to give it a little bit of extra beans
Push on tires.
if we're going to get this breakaway done. So we'll have to push the tyres a little bit as well. Let's give them a full push.
Good job.
Don't have a lot of battery, so we can only do this for a couple of corners. And there is Charles into the pits.
Gap ahead 5 seconds. If you can, try to push.
Soft tyres for Leclerc. And it's only lap 20, so he is stopping again. So Leclerc is out of contention for the win. He's out of contention probably for the podium at this point as well. There we go, we're taking a couple of seconds out of the cars in front of us. It's now a 10.5 second gap to Teo. I can't drop Gasly, he just won't go away. This is my last opportunity. I'm just breaking him here at the start of the strip, but he is all over me. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. I'm going to have to turn the battery off and turn the tyres down. Yeah, he's too close. He's got me.
You can slow down a bit more.
But look how much time we've taken out of the 3 in front of us, though.
More charge, more charge.
We'll let Gasly do a little bit of the heavy lifting for a lap. And if we have to go, balls to the wall again, we will do. But I'm hoping that Gasly's still got enough pace to help close that gap up a little bit and allow us to get a bit of recharging and tyre saving done in the process. I also want Pourchaire to be at the lead of that group through all the slow corners, because that will slow them all down a bit.
At the moment everything is okay, you're doing well there.
Damn it, Zhou got through.
At the moment we are...
There is that little fight in front of us, look. It's not that far ahead. 2 seconds. We've definitely got a chance of a podium here with Mini.
Piastri behind you.
Wow, Oscar's got himself up into 7th. 6.5 seconds back, but he is there. Leclerc is in 12th place right now. Gasly's almost caught the back of Verstappen. It's not quite going to get him here.
Mode charge.
Or is he? Not quite. Let's see if we can
Overtake
Bunch.
available. Keep using it.
Spurs win.
More charge.
What a shame
More
for
charge.
United, eh? Is that... I'm trying to think what Spurs... Oh, another yellow flag. Oh, don't be Antonelli.
I'm not
It's
quite
not.
sure what's happened
It's
there.
Sonoda crashing on turn 14. Oh, he cut the corner a bit too much there.
I'm an idiot.
Yes, Yuki, you are. So I know Spurs won the... no, Spurs didn't win the FA Cup. I'm thinking of Coventry. Coventry beat Spurs 3-2 in the FA Cup, and that was the only trophy Coventry ever won. But it's their first trophy for a while. I think they won the League Cup a couple of times in the last couple of decades. Was in Harvest for too long.
Overtake available.
Yeah, perfect.
Let's hope I can get a good enough launch
Mode
out of
race.
here.
Mode race.
Sargent's got an issue now with the car. I'm not surprised the way he's been treating it this weekend.
And as far as we can tell, they've got a fault with the car.
Would that fault be half his rear wing missing? Just had a guess.
Tires update.
Gasly is really on a tear at the moment, isn't he?
More charge.
Okay.
So it wasn't 2008. Liverpool won it in 2008, didn't we?
Okay, you can slow down a bit now.
Perfect.
Try to do your best with the lift off at the moment.
Yeah.
Very important. 1 second more lift off.
Copy.
What did we win in 2000? I'm sure we won something in 2008. And we did it in 2001. Because we did the Cup treble. We did the 2001 was FA Cup, League Cup and European Cup, UEFA Cup. And then we also won the European Super Cup and the Community Shield as well. We got those 5 trophies in the space of 6 months or something like that.
Okay, mode charge, mode charge.
Copy.
Oh, contact. We turned to that just in time. That's Porsche having to box now because his wing is completely screwed. Yeah, that's very much Porsche's fault. There was another crash behind as well. I hope that wasn't us.
The team glued to the monitors.
There is a crash. Was for David there.
We've got through on Max. Who's the other car with damage then? Who was the other crash, or was it Porsche hitting twice?
Let's see what happened there. Now this was at turn 1. It's there for the taking.
It's not going to show the second crash. It must have been maybe Porsche hitting twice. Porsche and Zhou, no penalties given, but that's Porsche's race ruined. Hard tyres will take him to the end of the Grand Prix, but he's down in 17th place now and 39 seconds away from Kimi. So no chance to win the Grand Prix now for Teo. Gasly is the lead McLaren, sitting in second place right now. This has been a bonkers race. So many little moments in just the first half of it. We've still got half the race to go. Here comes Verstappen in DRS. He shuts him down.
Okay, to push on tires. No lift off.
Yeah, Antonet's checked out, look, 17 seconds clear.
Mode charge, and overtake available.
Try this again. Oh, thank you, Gasly. And that allows me to get a slingshot around of Zhou.
At the moment, they are going well.
And that's Mini up into peak confidence and second place. Let's see if I can break away from Zhou. I think Zhou might retake the place here into 5. We might outbrake him. We've got another yellow flag. And that stopped me from overtaking because it, of course, went yellow.
Do your best. Gasly.
Right then,
Ah,
take a
damn
look
it.
now.
Who's crashed now? George. Oh yeah, that's similar to what we saw for earlier in the Grand Prix. Was it Lawson, where the car just snapped?
Behind is Gasly at the moment. Keep focus on our race. Increase lift off. Okay, mode charge. Mode charge.
Quote from BBC reported, this was one of the worst top-level cup finals I've ever seen. Awful, awful game with no quality.
Do your best, man.
Well, even if you've got good teams, it doesn't guarantee a good final. I remember the 96 FA Cup final. Another yellow flag! What is going on?
Okay, do your best there.
Watch for debris.
So let's take a look at the replay.
It's Stroll involved, and one of the Saubers.
Has
And I
be
have to
said,
say, Stroll
that
not
was
at fault
pretty
there.
risky, and there'll be more than one unhappy team after that.
And watch for debris.
Yeah, the 96 FA Cup final was awful.
Overtake.
One moment of brilliance from Cantona,
More push.
you know, in an otherwise turgid display from both teams, neither of them wanting to lose. All right, I need to break Joe here on the start of the strip. Come on. Everything you got, Mini. Everything you got. Break him. It's close. It's close. I think we did it. We did. Just. Whew.
Tires update. Try to slow down a bit more now. Maximum push
Joe's in the
level.
pits. Excellent. That puts some space
Okay,
between
more
us and
charge,
Max
more
and
charge.
Gasly. Piastri's engine has just got, was it his
But it
gearbox?
looks like they're carrying some kind of fault.
I think it was his gearbox. His gearbox has just gone orange, which is not good for him. Change of wing for Joe, so this could be Joe's chances of a podium slipping away. He's on hard tyres to go to the end, I think. Was it hards? Yes, hards. He's going to the end. He's down in 14th place. Antonelli's just cruising to victory here. I know, it's still not fully topped up.
Charge on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a 4-second gap now. This has worked out so beautifully for us. Russell's been lapped. He's the only car to have been lapped so far. It's been a while. Let's check in with Kimi. We haven't seen him for a while. There he is. Reigning world champion and world champion elect at this stage. I remember posting a quote from a BBC reporter when United had that really, really embarrassing transfer window a few years back.
You're doing well on tires. Just keep doing this job.
When they couldn't sign anybody. I think, was that under Moyes? The first time? I think it was under Moyes. It might have been under Van Gaal. I'm not sure. Max has closed the gap. It's down to just 3.2 seconds. We'll keep an eye on that. Max is going to be pushing because he's going to be boxing soon. We are just about bang on target for our prediction in tyre wear. We are going to have to do some of this work with Mini again because we are going to be undercut. Pull up my phone and see if I can find that tweet that I sent way back when it was still Twitter. We will go this lap, might as well. What's my tyre wear at? Actually, 40. Yeah, we'll box this lap.
Box.
Start.
Gasly behind. Good level of management on tires.
Pit lane.
Track is clear.
Wish I knew what year I was looking for. So, I didn't actually see. What was the time for Antonelli's stop? I have my nose buried in my phone. Let's take a look. It wasn't an improvement by the look of it. And we're still 6 seconds clear of Mini, who's second. That's how far ahead we were. Albon is now in second place. Where is Max after his stop? He's down in 12th place. There he is. Set of hard tyres to go to the end. Yeah, I might have deleted it. I don't see the tweet. Went back to 2018. I'll have to try and Google. Right. This is in lap for Mini.
You're ready to push from our side.
Copy.
Box is lap.
Joe has the fastest lap at the moment. What is the fastest lap? It is a 136.6. Let's see how quick Antonelli's going without any kind of push. Piastri currently sits in 5th place. Make that 6th place as Porsche gets in front of him and needs to stop again. Leclerc in 7th needs to box as well. Like you said, I'm the master of this game in hard mode. Well, I want to try and appear at least a little bit humble. Yeah, I am very, very good at this game, but we've also had some very helpful circumstances to help us dominate with Antonelli. Mini has also been able to take advantage of a little bit of luck. That safety car or VSC that we got was at the perfect time to him because he was due to stop in the next couple of laps anyway. A 138.1, so we are going to have to push to get close to the fastest lap. Ah, beautiful work from the pit crew as in comes Charles Leclerc.
Now to protect the front tires.
And Oscar's coming in behind him as well. Good stop for Leclerc. Good stop for Oscar. Evening, Victor. We're out in 7th place, just behind Joe and Ocon.
He's 2 seconds from you.
Leclerc gets out in 14th place.
Verstappen at the moment.
Piastri 16th, just behind Stroll. There is Leclerc. And there's Mini, right on the back of Max. As Max has gone through. Got to warm the tyres up, so not worried by that yet. Porsche will go to the end, but won't be amazingly quick on those tyres. Albon needs to box, Behrman needs to box, Ocon needs to box. So that's 3 cars immediately jumping out of the way. So we're a net P5 at the moment. But we're on softs. We have the pace to take control of this Grand Prix. Let's go for the flying lap.
Copy.
No traffic in front of us anywhere now, so it'll be pure pace here from Kimi. No DRS, but no slipstreaming, but no hold-ups either.
Full overtake available.
Okay, copy.
And we break past Max. More importantly, we're ahead of Gasly. Gasly was looking pretty pacey before he stopped, and we are clear of him.
Good job.
We'll get an overtake here on Ocon before he hits the pits, and if we're really lucky, we might even get Ollie Behrman as well.
Behind Verstappen. Keep focus on your race now. Tires are okay.
You are the fastest.
Copy.
Behrman's into the pits, so that's one less car to worry about overtaking.
No overtake.
We're out of battery. Antonelli did get the fastest lap. I didn't see what it was. A 135.2. That's 1.4 seconds quicker than Zhou's effort, so should be safe. Speaking of Zhou, there he is with Albon. Albon will be stopping at the end of this lap.
Albon in front.
Oh my god, I just realised we're still on the super tyre push. Let's turn that down.
No problem.
Okay, we cool the rear.
Copy.
Our suggestion is to cool the rear.
Copy.
No charge.
Recharge on, recharge on.
Copy.
We need some lift off. Try to slow down a bit.
Yeah. Copy.
Through we go.
Mode attack. Mode attack. You need a mode charge. Mode charge. We saw that.
Oh god, was it as far back as 2013? God, yeah, I think it was.
Albon.
It was, yeah, it was 2013. So many big names linked to the club, and they all turned around and said, no. The only player they signed was Marouane Fellaini.
Behind you have Albon.
I remember that. That was such a bad window. I laughed my ass off during that transfer
Keep
window.
focus on our race. Mode charge. Mode charge.
Can't believe that was 12 years ago.
Overtake available.
All right, let's get clear of Max. Get back after Zhou and Porsche.
You are doing a good job.
Antonelli is a full pit stop clear at the moment. 23 seconds ahead. This race is done as far as the win. It's the question now of whether we can get Mini up into second. 5 seconds off. But we have the potential for strong pace. Really don't want to burn the tyres out, but I do want to break away from Verstappen. So let's push them a little bit. See if we can drop Max before we hit the strip.
You have Verstappen behind. Okay, do your best there.
It's going to be tight, but I think we've dropped him. Yes, we have. Don't think we caught Zhou, though. We're in his slipstream now.
Try to slow down a bit.
Okay, that's all.
Let's see if we can just build up a little bit of spare tyre wear and fuel. We'll stay in top up while we're doing that. If I try and do that as well, the battery as well, it's not likely to go well. Probably going to get dropped. Or we could just overtake straight away. Oh, Joe will get us back here into turn 5, I think.
You are doing a good job.
He goes up the inside. That works out for me. Max is caught back up again because we've been squabbling,
Keep
but
focus on our race.
we're in the
Behind
position we
first
need
up.
to be in. Gasly has dropped away in 6th place, now 6 seconds behind. Leclerc's back up to 9th place. Piastri's in 13th. I don't think Piastri's going to have the pace to actually get points at this rate. Maybe.
Do your best, man.
With that gearbox damage that he's got, hell, he might not even finish the race. Either way, he's getting a new gearbox in the car for the next race, and that might be a penalty point. You never know. So he may be getting a 10th-place penalty in the next race,
You are doing a good job on tires.
if it is a penalty part.
Yeah, keep doing your best.
Right, looks like we can actually do some harvesting here.
More charge. More charge. You are doing a good job there.
I want Joe to push enough to close the gap to Porsche a little bit, but not so much that he leaves me in the dust, battling with Max.
And remind to protect the front.
I just don't think he's got that much pace on the hards. Doesn't seem able to pull away from us.
No tire management required.
He suddenly shows a bit of pace, but we'll leave him behind here if we can. He's going to get the slipstream, but if we get a good infield, we can try and break him.
If you can, try to push a bit more.
Farah, don't forget, if you finish watching the football, to send me that screenshot about the part problem that you were having, and I'll diagnose it. All right, there we go. We've gapped Joe before the strip. Just about. We should complete that here. There we go. Max is going to get the DRS off the back of him by the look of it. And there's Teo.
No overtake now. More charge.
So now we're in prime position. Spend a couple of laps here in the slipstream of Porsche. Let him do all the heavy lifting on tyres that are starting to fail. Starting to fade a little bit. We will sit behind, get some spare fuel, refill the battery, protect our tyres, and then we can just sprint away from him and leave him in the dust. Going to make sure he doesn't drop us in the infield. We know he's strong through there.
No lift off anymore.
Damn, I was hoping to get a nice harvest down the strip. He's responding, I think, to us being so close. Let's see what he does across the line. He had a 138.9 last time. It's going to be quicker this time. It's going to be much quicker.
He's 1.5 from you. Keep focus on your race now.
A 136.7. Oh, yeah, he went for it, didn't he? Try and stretch that gap. Max had a quick lap as well. He's now within a second of us. Can't really respond to that other than doing what I'm doing, and that's just pushing the fuel. It's George Russell in front of us. Already lapped by Porsche. Max is really, really trying to find his way through. If I'm lucky, I will get some DRS off the back of George here. Hopefully he won't pull over too soon. Oh, there goes Max. That's battery. DRS hasn't even activated yet. Now the DRS switches on.
That was looking fine.
We get blocked.
We need to increase slightly a bit more the lift off.
All right, let's let Max keep pushing. He looks like he's willing to go after Porsche. He's got fresher tyres as well than Matteo.
Copy.
More charge.
Yeah, copy.
No lift off. Overtake available.
Yep, copy that, copy.
More charge, more charge.
Yeah, copy.
Try to slow down a bit.
Okay, copy.
Fault now for Ocon. It's been a very quiet second half of the race, hasn't it? There's so much drama in the first half, and it's all kind of quietened down. People have finally got it out of their systems, it would seem.
In front of his Verstappen.
Bit of a shame. I was looking forward to one of those races that's just pure chaos from start to finish. They're very rare. And I thought we might be on for one at one point. As Max moves through.
More charge, more charge.
We are getting to the point where we're going to have to get past Teo so we can break away from Max. Not quite there yet.
Keep focus on our race. More charge. 5 laps to go.
Thought he was going to have a look up the inside for a minute then. Verstappen's definitely got enough tyre life to be able to push hard to the flag. Porsche not as much.
More charge.
Just one overtake should get me back into peak, but we are going to get there with both. For sure, we'll be absolutely maxed out on confidence.
More charge. Okay, you can slow down a bit now.
Oh, come on, don't lose range now. There we go. We should just have made it. Yes, we did.
Okay, do your best there. Mode attack. Use overtake.
Okay. Okay, copy.
More charge.
Copy.
That's us through into third place. We're on the podium, but we want second now.
Okay, good job there.
And there's Joe. Joe has suddenly found his way back up in here. Right, can I break away from Verstappen here? On a full push. Theoretically, I should have much more grip than him, but he is a much more talented driver. And he'll be on full push on his tyres. I don't think I can break away. Let's see if we can at least drop Teo and Joe and make it a 2-horse race. Yeah, Max is going to get the DRS. So we're just now trying to create a gap back to fourth.
Three laps to go.
Copy.
Kimi is just alone at the front.
More charge. Try to slow down a bit.
Copy.
You can slow down a bit.
There we go. 3-second gap back to Porsche and Joe. It's looking good. It's going to be really, really tricky to defend from Verstappen if he's right on our backside on the last lap or two. He's in our DRS range and close on the final lap going down the strip. He'll probably beat us and take second. But if I try and brake now, it's too early. I've got to save that battery.
Push now.
Tyres we can abuse though. Gap back to fourth now, 4 seconds. Piastri and Leclerc, 10th and 11th. Leclerc hanging on to that final point. Piastri is too far behind to do anything about it.
More charge, more charge.
Got a yellow flag. That's Piastri.
Try to slow down a bit more now.
Oh, he's got a puncture. Oh, he gets hit.
There is a crash.
It's a red flag.
Watch forward.
Is that going to end the race? That might end the race.
Yeah, all okay.
It has. Race is over.
That was a great performance.
We got the
from
1-2.
Ferrari driver, wasn't it?
It was a truly excellent win, with everything working together for the team and driver.
That makes it all worth it, doesn't it? Seeing your team ready to share the celebrations. As far as Ferrari are concerned, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling after that race?
I doubt they could be much happier. A win and
That
a
was
podium.
crazy.
What a great way to round out the weekend.
Well, everyone, that's all from us here in Las Vegas.
Next round will see us head east as F1 prepares for the Japanese Grand Prix. We'll see you at Suzuka, a firm favourite for the drivers.
What a dramatic end to the race there. A huge crash. Piastri with a puncture. I think he might have hit the wall to get that puncture. I'm not sure. And then spinning out of control, hit by another car. And that red flagged the race with a lap and a bit, maybe a lap and a half to go. So it is a win and fastest lap for Kimi Antonelli. Mini up 9 places to take second. Held off Verstappen. I'm so glad Max didn't sneak ahead of us there at the start of lap 49. That would have locked him in. Porsche is in 4th place. Then it's Zhou in 5th. Gasly getting some decent points in 6th place. Yuki Tsunoda up 15 places to take 7th. What a good drive from him after some shenanigans over the weekend and a mistake in the Grand Prix as well. 9th place. But 9 places gained, 8th place for Enzo Fittipaldi. He picks up 4 points. For him, that is huge. Massive haul of points for Enzo. That's going to jump him up a few places, I think, in the Drivers' Championship. Ollie Behrman is 9th. Leclerc gets the final point in 10th. Oscar Piastri did not finish. And then in 12th place, it's Esteban Ocon. 13th is Stoffel. 14th is Stroll. 15th is Hadjar. 16th Albon, 17th Sargent, 18th Stanyek, 19th Iwasa, 20th and a lap down for George Russell, and then 2 retirements, Fudo Fujii and Liam Lawson. Into the drivers' standings, let's take a look. Antonelli has 393 points, picks up 26 points over Oscar today. That might have just decided the championship. That gap is now 75 points. That's a huge, huge margin. Mini moves up into 3rd place by 2 points from Charles Leclerc, sitting on 203. Leclerc on 201. That 2nd place and only 10th for Leclerc was absolutely pivotal in that happening there. Porsche has closed the gap to Leclerc as well. He's now just 10 points behind in 5th on 191. Zhou gets 10 points. He's on 175. Max gets 15. He's up to 154. He is 21 points behind Zhou. Then it's Yuki Tsunoda on 83. No points for Logan Sargent. He remains 9th with 56 points. Gasly on 48 points after picking up 8 today. Then it's Ocon 11th with 37 points. Behrman up 1 place into 12th, jumping over George Russell by a point. He's now on 29. Fudo Fuji is 14th. Hajar 15th. Lawson is 16th. Enzo Fittipaldi up to 17th, up 3 places with those 4 points on a total of 5 now. That moves him above Alex Albon, Roman Staniek, and Lance Stroll. Ayumu Iwasa is the first of the non-scorers with 0 points, 21st place for him, and Stoffel bringing up the rear in 22nd. In the constructors' standings, 44 points for Ferrari, only 10 tonight for Cadillac, and the constructors' standings now very, very much in our favour. We are 103 points clear at the top of the championship, and it looks like this is going to be a pretty easy conclusion to the season for us, with the number of races remaining fast dwindling away. It's Red Bull in third. They pulled another 6 points back on Cadillac, but they are still a massive way behind themselves. They are 138 points back. I think that's probably too much to overcome. 20 points for McLaren, but again, it's not much of a gain on the team above them. They only outscored Red Bull by 4. Williams in 5th with 85 points, and it's Mercedes with 70, Alpine with 37, Aston with 33, RB get another 2 points. They're up to 31 now, just 2 points behind Aston. Sauber have 23 points, and Haas now up to 17, thanks to those points there from Enzo Fittipaldi. They are within 6 of getting off the bottom. In the pit stop challenge, we got the fastest stop with Mini ahead of the 2 Red Bulls, who also matched us on the fastest possible time. Then it's Cadillac in 4th. Williams take 5th. Aston takes 6th. Alpine 7th. Mercedes 8th. We get 9th for our second car with Kimi there. And Cadillac get 10th with their second car. So, points-wise, it's 27 more points for Ferrari. This competition's now done and dusted. We sit top by 122 points. I can't see us throwing that away. Sorry, 222 points. Let's get that right. There's no way I think Cadillac can catch us with the amount of races to go. If we at least get one car in the top 10 for the remainder of the season. Red Bull are just 11 points even behind Cadillac. They outscored them by 20 today. So the battle for second well and truly on now. We've seen that gap closing up over the last few weekends. It's now very, very tight indeed. Williams move above Aston Martin. They are both tied on 117 points apiece. 90 points for RB, nothing for them this weekend. Alpine pick up 6 points. They're on 68 now. Mercedes pick up 4. They're on 52 and have stretched their gap to Sauber to 5 points. Then it's Haas with 39. McLaren still yet to score a point for the second season in a row. There you see a summary of the stops. First stop for Kimi was his best, 1.9. It's not our best. It's definitely a little bit slower than we're used to. Second stop was a 2-second stop, as was Mini's first stop, and then Mini's second stop did the business for us. Both drivers achieve their target position with the sponsors, and no contract bonuses to be paid out as usual, so 2.375 mil is added to our bank balance. Let's head back to HQ. So, we have a spare front wing. Let's check our inbox first of all. What broke? The underfloor went on both cars, and the rear wing went on Kimi's car as well. That's not great. Both underfloors went. So we're down to no spare underfloors again. And one spare rear wing. Kind of loath to build more spares, given that we have got new parts coming. But let's see, we're 26 days away from Suzuka. Bit of a break now until the Japanese Grand Prix. We are 12 days away from a new chassis, underfloor and side pod. So that'll leave us 14 days. We might be able to build 2 underfloors and 2 side pods in that time. Chassis will take 9 days apiece, I think. Let me have a look. Underfloors, oh, there's like 8. We could rush them maybe. Side pods will also take 8. Chassis will take 10. So, yeah, a little bit of rush work to squeeze those in, potentially, for Suzuka. What was the other part? Chassis. Yeah, that's going to take 10 days. We'll only get 1 of those. So no real rush on that. I might hold the chassis back until after Suzuka. And then the front wing is still 22 days away. We might have time. Well, we'll have 1 on the car for Suzuka. 2 if we rush them. I might do that. What is after Suzuka? Barcelona. So we'll have new chassis for Barcelona, which I think is it a triple header? Where are we? I'm looking at the wrong thing. There we go. October. Yes, it's a triple header. So we may keep the front wing and the chassis back then for Barcelona. We might still not have time to get a second chassis done for Barcelona. So both cars will have the new chassis by the time we get to Baku. And then after Baku, we've got another triple header, and that's it. That's the end of the season. So we have only 6 races to go to end this championship and end this series that's been running now for 6 seasons. Let's see if we can go out with a monster performance. It's looking good. It's looking good. We have got time to kill until the next event. So let's clear some of that out of the way now. We are at the end of the month in a week, so we'll probably just push it to the end of the week. Let's check our facilities. Sims are still not quite there in terms of needing the refurb, but they're not too far off. Everything else is okay. Let's check in with the board. They must be happy, surely. Yes, delighted with the 1-2 at Vegas, as they should be. Good stuff. When do we get our next money from the sponsors as well? That's got to be a few weeks away yet. There we go. A week before we go to Suzuka, we'll get some more money. All right, let's advance time until the end of September. There's a spare suspension. Let me actually have a quick look before we go any further. Are there any spare parts I'm going to need to build and get them out the way while we have the opportunity? Not the underfloors. Rear wings. Don't have a rear wing coming. So no, we don't. That's good. Well, actually, no. Maybe let's build 1 more rear wing while we've got all those slots free. It'll only take 3 days as well. There we go. And there is our rear wing. Fantastic. Into the inbox. Just an email to let us know about that. Okay, updates time. Arvid has gained a point in accuracy. We've seen another month of decline for Tony, unfortunately. Mick has stayed the same. What about our main drivers? A point in braking gained for Kimi, and a point in smoothness gained for Mini. Finally, we get a little bit of an improvement to his smoothness rating. And there we go. September is now officially over. We're into October. So we've got a payment from the board. We're up to 7.9 mil. We'll check our simulators again in just a second. Let's take a look at the rumour mill. McLaren working on a new chassis. Well, I've unveiled a new chassis. One of the best on the grid. Well, ours is one of the worst, so... They're now working on a new suspension, apparently. Mercedes having a horrible season again. They are 9th and 15th in the drivers, 6th in the constructors. Yeah, it's not great for them at the moment, is it? There are the current standings. Top 8 for both. Let's get the pit crew training plotted in. So, it's going to be just maintenance, really. Let's go with a day of car building. And then we'll just do some split training. I'm not even going to push them that hard this month, because they're as good as they're going to get right now. We're waiting on the stat to go up to 100. And until that happens, we're just going to be stuck here treading water at 99. So we're just going to tread water, make sure that the skills don't decline. You can see we can't improve them any further. We are at the absolute peak. Our fatigue is pretty much non-existent. There we go. And then coming out of the Grand Prix, and then into the next month. It's quite sad, really, that we're at a point where it's inevitable we're going to get a little bit of decline every month now. Let's do it like that. Try and minimize the time loss. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, no, we'll have a... Yeah, that's beautiful. That's going to give us a reset the day before we go to Baku. Lovely. So we'll be at perfect fatigue levels going into Baku. So I need to know what his actual stat is, unfortunately. Got no one to compare him to. Who is McLaren's race engineer? No, that's engineer. I want sporting director is who I want. There we go. It's Randy. Randy's back there, and yet he hasn't had an impact or a noticeable impact. Obviously, we can't see what Diego's actual stat is. That's the annoying thing, is that we don't get to see the baseline stat. We can see the baseline stats of Hardley, because he's got no mentality boost right now. So we can see where we need to switch the focus. And we'll switch him to aero. Tondi, again, that's his actual stats, because he's got no mentality boost. He's at neutral at the moment. Let's put him on grip and traction. But yeah, so he's happy. He's happy Larry, isn't he, Diego? So I can't see which of his stats isn't there. I mean, we've put him on a training specifically for his pro processes to try and get him up to 100, but how long that's going to take is anyone's guess. So, yeah, pit crew is as good as it can get until we can get up to 100. Unfortunately, that might be as good as it gets, even if we do get to 100 on the stat. I don't know. Right, that's where we are going to call it a day for tonight. We will pick this up tomorrow as we get ready for Suzuka with plenty of new parts in the pipeline. Some will hit us for Japan, then we'll have maybe some more for Barcelona, and then by the time we get to Baku, all 4 of those new parts will be on both cars. So that is the next couple of races, Japan and then Barcelona this week. And then Monday we'll be back to complete the triple header with Baku. Tuesday will be... where will Tuesday be? We had the calendar a moment ago. Tuesday will be Zandvoort. Wednesday will be Yas Marina. Thursday will be the season and series finale at the Hungaroring in Budapest. And then we'll have Friday night. We'll do something different on Friday night. And then the following Monday will be when we start our brand new PC series. So, yeah, there you go. That is the upcoming schedule for F1 Manager. Don't forget as well, we've got the new Precinct video series that started today. New episode goes live every day at 6 o'clock in the UK. So that's GMT +1 if you're looking for a time code on that. So, yeah. Hope you check that out. It's a lot of fun. I've got 5 episodes recorded, uploaded, and in the pipe. So the next one goes live tomorrow at 6, and then so on and so forth every day. I'll be getting some more of that recorded very soon as well to continue that series, because, like I said, I'm having a lot of fun playing that game. Don't want to have to wait a few days before I play it again. And then we'll be getting some ETS and ATS going live on the channel soon as a video series as well. Need to do a little bit of test recording with the PC first, just to make sure that the settings are all correct for recording, because I've only really focused on getting my settings done for streaming. But once I've got those nailed, I'll sit down and I'll record a load of ATS to get us started, and then we'll get some ETS going after that as well. And they will go live as well every day to get started, and then after a week we'll probably start to space those out a little bit amongst other stuff going live. So there'll be always something new every day in terms of video content, but we'll also keep our F1 Manager streams going as well. So yeah, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, drop a like. If you're not yet subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and be sure to hit the bell to be notified every time new content drops on the channel, be it a video or a live stream. Until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with more F1 Manager very soon.